Assalamualaikum to Dr. Melissa binti Shahrum. Me and my friend want to present about designing an information security program for Fashionvalet that owned by Vivi Yusuf. There are three solutions that mention. First, complies with PCI Data Security Standard and Malaysia Payment System Act for payment transaction. Second, scan. And third is limited user access. PCI compliance for Fashionvalet is determine the organization PCI DSS level, complete a self-assessment questionnaire, build a secure network, and formally attest to the compliance. Fashionvalet has proposed legislation unique to PCI better secure than CDE cardholder data environment. Risk management have 5, which is risk identification, analyze the risk, risk evaluation, risk treatment, monitor and review the risk. Life cycle planning is investigation, analysis, logical design, physical design, implementation, maintenance and change. The personal or user issue is all requirements are mandatory. Second, PCI data security standard is very technical, and then lastly, lot of organizational pressure involved in certification. Next is identify resources, which is PCI PTS. We mean by PIC pin transaction security PCS requirement. Second is PCI PADSS, which is payment application data security standard DSS security. And lastly, point-to-point P2P encryption. Data develop strategies, limit access, and block unnecessary sites. Second is create complex password. And lastly, make sure your data is secure and encrypted. Of accessing compliance with PCI DSS is qualified accesses and self-assessment questionnaire. Next is the financial. Compliance with the payment card industry data security standard PCI DSS can cost $15,000 to $40,000 depending on factor including business type, company size, the security culture at enterprise and card processing method used. The expected Fashionvalet to pay is $70,000 in total cost, which is depending on the environment.
My name is Husna binti Arshad. Now I will continue our presentations with the computer security incident handling. In incident detection, this computer security incident handling taking care of characterizes what constitutes a security incident particular to the Fashionvalet cardholder data environment. For the reaction phase, there are three categories who are included, which are business unit, cardholders, and back office workforce, and also IT framework directors. For the recovery phase, the worker out to report it in agreement with the build-up arrangements. Lastly, follow-up. Once an occurrence has been lifted, follow-up forms for the influence cardholder information environment will be decided. Awareness and training. The reason of this program is to display a program for creating a security awareness and training program. This annual security awareness and training program is reaching to address leaks in Fashionvalet company. Looking over the vulnerabilities and operations of Fashionvalet current program, enormous change will have to be take put. The point of this modern program is to direct and educate their workers how to accurately ensure the accuracy, judgment, and accessibility of the data inside the range, while the duty of information security inside the organizations does drop on the Chief Data Security Officer. It is additionally Fashionvalet duty to create beyond any doubt their workers are suitably prepared on all security things as well. Security considerations in computer support and operations. First, help desk integrations. Help desk is a community of individuals who typically offer help and information with technological or device issues. Next, defending against social engineering. In addition to being more common against businesses and SMEs, social engineering attacks are also increasingly sophisticated. Lastly, improving system administrations. System administrators are only human and are prone to make mistakes.
Hi, my name is Nurhuda binti Kamaluddin. I want to continue the next point, which is physical and environmental security. Physical and environmental security can be defined as measures that need to be taken to protect the system in relation to its threat and physical environment. Equipment that contains information such as filing, data wiring, laptops, and mobile disks, drives need to be physical protected. Physical security like lock and keys and alarms can protect the company's people, data, system, facilities, and assets. The use of key and alarms is the best solution and approach for an effective information security for Fashionvalet. It can help to stop the theft of users' information and data of Fashionvalet. It also can prevent or delay access to invalid physical information and physical assets. In this case, Fashionvalet must keep a list of all the keys they hold and remove, and make sure the key register is secure and only allow authorized employees to access it. Next is identification and authentication. In this case, identification can be defined as the ability to uniquely identify a user of a system or an application that is running in the system, whereas authentication is the ability to prove that a user or application is genuinely who that person or what that application claims to be, which means that it is the process of binding an ID to a specific entity. In this case, Fashionvalet customer have their own IDs and password for security purpose, and they also have some of them also have used advanced authentication. For Fashionvalet customers, they must create an account on the Fashionvalet website before they place an order. With that, they will build their ID and password according to what they want and guide by the conditions set by Fashionvalet itself.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Najira binti Abdul Salim. Here I want to explain about logical access control. Access control regulated the admission of user into the trusted area on the organization for both logical access to information system, physical access to information system, and also physical access to the organization's facilities. Access control maintained by means of collecting of policies, programs to carry out the policies, and technologies that enforce policies. For Fashionvalet's memberhood, it is totally committed on protecting the privacy of site visitor and customer. Logical access control have two things need to emphasize, which is the first one is access criteria and the second one is access control mechanism. Then we move to audit trial. An audit trial is described as a sequential step-by-step record which provides its source with proof of the recorded history of financial transactions. With the help of the audit trial, an auditor may track the financial detail of a specific transaction right from the general ledger to its source tax. In audit trial, they have two things, which is the first one is system log. System log contains a record of operating system events showing how processes and system drivers are loaded. And the next one is log review process, which is the log review process should be done periodically according to the need of the company business and regulation. And the last one is cryptography. Cryptography is a method of protecting information and communication through the use of codes so that only those for whom the information is intended can read the process. For Fashionvalet with the need and ability to use cryptography control can use them to support several things in the business such as confidentiality and integrity of email and its attachment, and also for e-commerce transaction. In the cryptography have some element, which is the first one is temporary key integrity, which is as known as TKI. The second one is Virtual Private Network, VPN. The third one is Key Management, and the last one is the Key Recovery.